Welcome to the Political Rant with me, the voice right on Ghana 7TV GH. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on the notification so that anytime videos of this nature are uploaded, you'll be notified. Veteran lawyer Sam Okudzeto.
So switch miranim foku anno owura Samuel Okudzeto ono so akasa fa ho a wo chirim se gina esi amampanyin esi na chief justice otu na ade so no enka sempa informa Ghana ho
The proper Okudzeto no were reacting, and a host of other lawyers, they've been commenting on Adia Ekos to say John Mahama, His Excellency King Pharaoh Malam Yohane, the first of his name, the holder of the Ghanaian kingdom. Ultimately, Ninsa Koka Chief Justice, are head of an independent third arm of government. I say my Ekos no, omu reacti. Na o here o tie reactions bebre reaction do ebe nyina no. Ni nyina kire say ade adwo Mahama ye no ni kwan so otumi yes ade. Enye ade bia seti a very very bad precedent for our democracy and the rule of law ye nyina ya ka say can ameke bi amemu aye wo Ghana no. It is a very very bad precedent. Very bad. Say political party bia ba say no. Na mo pe nombe ye. Say me ba me so me constitution is chief justice. Now if the politician, the executive now think say chief justice we mean no intimi adwuma, we mean wait me adwuma. What it means is say oh, you businessman. Now ebia assembly ba woni aban ntem. Now the wasem eko Supreme Court. Justice are better na asem no so no. The justice will be scared. Say ebia okoka say there be a there way there aban anye ni ye, una waye ni ye no. Aban no be ni free ho. And not just the Supreme Court, from the High Court, the Court of Appeal, and the rest of them. That is what is going to happen now.
Osoko kopiemu e wonkofo amaso ase bi begu omaga na ho fi pa ade omaga na ye chichiri mpenifo se da hoho na chichiri kuro enti mpempe no ye bode wuro to nsa de framro ne fo wona won sam obi se wonfo won sika be hye nwuma mu won beboa se na omaga na ye kono me be fa na ntuma padie fira na wona ye to nsa de afro mo so monfo mu sika be wuro nwuma mu omaga na mu no so mo to mo mamu no mo hu ni se sei e na asem die dwumadi omaga na mu no ye toto ne de afa na che se omaga na se be mpedo se amamra no mpo no enya de emu oduro enya de ebu amamra enti Basa so be ha o my Ghana pa enti owura Okudzeto Ablakwa yanka ne no ye president e de Ghana ba association ku no o si gina esi o mampanyin asie o gidie se be ha o my Ghana ku na sa hudu nyina so ne titiriw eni esikasem eni ye nwuma ye tonsa e de fra mo no ne so.
And you know, BBC has reported this and other international media houses have reported this. What it means is say businessmen all over the world, they are monitoring. And whilst they are monitoring, now they cannot trust doing business in Ghana any longer. Because over business for Ghana, ebia one way or the other, you might have an issue with the government or somebody in the country. So you are politically exposed or not so in politician beer. How do you know? Are you guaranteed justice? How are you guaranteed justice? But that is what John Mahama is doing. That is what John Mahama is doing. What's stretching and son? Like just in the days of the apostles. Now a wicked king be stretching and son the kumkum apostles. No, and no be na Malam Yohane ye. Now we need democracy. Entina lawyer and penny for lawyer kuku dam for kasa. Said Debbie, a dear John Mahama ye with the we de nye MPP and accept we de enye kra.
Okay. Jonathan Mills. Time will be a president. I'm out for pushing na so ni Georgian rule in free hall. Then Chief Justice. Was it no. Me in free hall. Because that's not how we are trained. John Mahama problem is when you're lawyer into one tiasie. The more for you don't know the where lawyer near account is saying a dangerous terrain and or trading. Say yeah, no lawyer need no tiasie system. That's not how it works. And one yes, I know. Why a communicator? Because of the communicator, I won't share how the system works. And what your party you do for. No one will cast a money in power. At this stage, a foot to be no best son. Because why not you? So be my maybe. So election time okay. Or say it will take a new chief justice to reset the judiciary. The chief justice is not anybody. We need to know so what cast out to home. So position so when you almost be in a few other. Bad. John Mahama, if you are listening to me, stop what you are doing. Because it will not help this country. And it's only too dangerous for this country. And I think he should stop.
Thank you very much. And yet, we must all speak against it and help us to resist the oppressor's rule. No, sa phrase ewo ye constitution mu no afena ni meaning na kasa aba the oppressor no aba waba ye fe no Malam Yohane. Onu na ye oppressor no as referred to in our national anthem. And Emrena Base Obiabe sorry like I said Debbie Malam Yohane, enough is enough. This country has not been sold out to you. We have not sold this nation to you. Neither have we sold it to the NDC. So take your hands off our judicial system. And the hashtag say, take your hands off our judicial system.
Lawyer, say no stage are you do no. We Chief Justice Anka. If you were to be the Chief Justice, over first say, oh, you have got the full hawk. Now you determine the case fully, and I think over resign.
No. Resigning is out of the question. Oh, resign the election. What admit is why body? Not your body. They all resign. You know, say you are clean. Oh, pacho. Obi a when your body and pacho. It's me Chief Justice. Nam you say your body. Why would I resign? I'd rather wait for you to make that decision, and no will be a test for the future. Now resign the election. What admit it? Why body? And that is a bad record for anybody. Now, when you petition be kaya, me be a kind. Petition no any petitioner in show because response not the bad we yin na. But you see, say case say travel or too kind in a likun neba. Too kind. Some of them but who share response now? The law allows her to travel with her husband and anybody. In this case, neba. I feel almost say or this can be coy about my account. The response is show so about my account. It's in so be any. Said yeah, who no, I no credit. Then Ghana, I'm telling you, quite ready about charge no, and yet quite do I say Kitimijina. And so you say, baby, I do say, President is a constitution in Manakwine. So to me, suspend it, my meno. Fine. Then one can who say, what chassa at home. That's Chief Justice be over banner. So I buy for also pursue yina, or follow Sasan. And that is not what we want. We want a Chief Justice who will be confident and feel proud and content. Say, obedient me, you know, why in a juma. We stand up to executive tyranny. And you want her the son of channel. There's a bonnet, ehuba, dachi, ehu. Unim time or also so, it be used with channel. Yes. Yes. They say no there, as you also want a dangerous. Dangerous, I say, yet me Chief Justice we are. Dachi Chief Justice also. The trick. Obisubeka say, Miss Meba, Memo be actual petition. Number you know. Them edi ebanasana. Judges biano edi humbe bom. Ama se wuni abayin ya case. Na so the kokota. Judge biano obenya sa akokodro no. If it was so say, unya akokodro di mawa. Yebeyi no. That is dangerous. It's gone. It's gone. Ebanasana. This country, we are finished. Because we be no boy home by. Say no. NDC MPP politics no crano. The only a year boy home by is Supreme Court. Now say it be Supreme Court judges free ho. Dia Supreme Court kra omo mo nyina omo mo shake. Omo nya kokodro. Say obetimi a challenging case. That was Supreme Court. No. It will not happen. And that should not be allowed because Krumha without court no this country saka na meba. Basa baye. Say NDC ni MPP for nyantokwa. Hefa no beko. Court yi munso na say ya report up. And it means that this country is in dangerous you can't say crossroads because you need the bit messy. They say if there is any election dispute, nobody is going to court. That is what I can see is going to happen, and I'm worried for this country.
The second hashtag say hands off our judicial system. Hands off our judicial system, for crying out loud. You are destroying this country. You are messing up our democracy. You are becoming a tyrant. If not already, you are a tyrant. Malam Yohani, a word to a wise is enough. This has been a political rant with me, the voice right on Ghana TV. GH, please like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on the notifications so that anytime videos of this nature are uploaded, you'll be notified. And then bye-bye, cheers. See you in the next one.
There were questions asked the gentleman, and I am saying, could they, in his sober reflection, could they have asked to go out of that public eye and all those cameras over and ask this same and have this same conversation? Again, in his cool moments, could they have asked to sit in at their boardrooms, whatever briefing is the only emergency can be given? Beyond that, he was shouting at the man. And the fact that the person does not agree with you and he was calmly speaking to you does not necessarily mean that he's refusing. He wants to explain to you why. Because remember, hospitals are dynamic environments. The fact that 4 ventilators are full today does not mean that they will not be empty tomorrow because patients have either recovered or died. So the fact that there was transport ventilator at the top, at the time you have now arrived, when something has happened 24 hours or more later, does not mean that transport ventilator was available at that time. And so if you want us to become and go, these questions you are asking, what do we want? You must also admit that how you spoke to him at that time. In fact, the right thing probably he should have done was to decline comments because he would have been breaching patient confidentiality. But I'm sure that will also be interpreted that he was being disrespectful. And so he did you a great service by doing the best to explain. Again, the doctor never said, and I have listened to the audio many times, Elton, you can play that part. He never said that the patient's death was being blown out of proportion like you are trying to purport. He said the issue in the sense that if you didn't go to that post that originated and got this issue viral, the person was even commending the emergency staff at a point. He had actually counseled them. And I heard the minister asking the question about communication. He said he had counseled these people. And intubating a patient is a process where you have to counsel patients, take them through, speak to the relatives about the possibilities, the prognosis of this case, and how it may or may not progress.